What's up, everybody? It's Blake here. I wanted to talk about some of the potential mega evolutions that might be coming out in Pokemon Legends ZA, which is just going to be a couple months away at this point. And these are not going to be any leaks or any like rumors or anything. These are just ideas that I thought based on what I saw in the trailer of what mons could get megas, and if they do, what those megas could be designed like. I'm also a competitive VGC player, so I will be focusing on competitive viability through that lens, and not any like singles or any other fan formats. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to do a series like this, so I'm very excited about this. And today we're gonna talk about a Kanto classic in Starmie. Alright, so before we get started talking about the potential megas for Starmie, I want to talk about Starmie itself for a bit, which I think Starmie is probably one of the cooler Gen 1 designs. It's got the whole double starfish thing going on, it's got the big gem, whole big, like, weird psychic energy type of vibe thing, which I always thought was pretty cool. Starfish are pretty cool in general, they're actually pretty interesting animals in real life. And also, Starmie was pretty good back in Gen 1. Like, by those standards, it's not bad. And it was pretty strong for a while. Not ever in VGC, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but it was always a pretty good mon. So I think Starmie is going to get a Mega Evolution because it was shown in the Mega Dragonite reveal trailer as a Staryu in the same area, and presumably the other members of Team MZ will get Megas for their Pokemon, and Lita, the one who wants to be a dancer like Tierno in Pokemon X and Y, she has a Staryu as her like ace Pokemon. So I believe from there we're gonna get a Mega Starmie. Alright, starting up first, we're gonna look at Starmie's base form stats. It's got 60 HP, 75 attack, 85 defense, 100 special attack, 85 special defense, and 115 speed. Starmie is a starfish. Why are you so fast? That doesn't make any sense. Starfish in the real world move like a couple inches every like a lot of minutes. What are you? Who did you pay? Who did you bribe for this? Okay. Starmie's questionable ethics in getting its set distributed the way that it wanted aside, it's not bad. Like, it's not the strongest or fastest thing on the planet, especially not now, so many generations later, but it's a pretty good start. You know, with 100 extra stats from a Mega Form, we have a good start. We can work with this. So next is the issue of Starmie's typing, which I say issue because Starmie has 5 weaknesses. And sure, it has a bunch of resistances as well, but being a psychic type defensively is a low key a tragedy because you're gonna be weak to knockoff. You're gonna be weak to dark. You're gonna be weak to ghost. And with the water typing, you're also weak to electric and grass. And you're also weak to bug, which only really matters for U-turn. But yeah, it's not the best typing, and with paired with its not amazing bulk, Starmie will just randomly get deleted by some moves here and there, but maybe with a Mega Evolution, it can get a new typing like Altaria or Gyarados or Ampharos did. So there's hope. There's hope, Starmie fans. Alright, next up, we're going to take a look at Starmie's abilities, and they're really bad. Okay. Illuminate literally doesn't do anything in battle, but it makes moving through the grass or caves way harder because it gives you more encounters. Analytic doesn't make sense because, as we've established, Starmie paid an egregious amount of money to become egregiously fast, and now it doesn't get to move after things like Starfish Pokemon should, and so it doesn't really get to proc Analytic. And then there's Natural Cure. Natural Cure is not a bad ability. You can like swap into like a Spore from Amoonguss or a Thunderwave from Grimmsnarl and then get back out. But that's about it, which isn't bad, but it's not amazing. And I think we're gonna want to give some Starmie some pretty good abilities in the Mega form. And lastly, let's take a quick look at Starmie's lifelong VGC results. You know, Starmie's been around for almost 30 years. This next year is going to be the 30th anniversary of Starmie being out and about. And honestly, these are very unfortunate VGC results. That's not great. Congratulations to these people who have done well with Starmie. Uh, I'll do my best to make it better for y'all. All right, Mega Starmie concept number one. So for this one, Starmie's just gonna come at you as fast as it can, and it's gonna hit you as hard as it can. Full special attack and speed, maybe like 20 points in the bulk, so let's say like 20 HP, 55 special attack, and 25 speed. Starmie's faster than everyone, and it's stronger than everyone too. And so what I wanted to do here was take advantage of Starmie's really wide coverage move pool and the fact that its main attacking types are also like psychic, so you can have the move psychic. And for water type move, I think Scald is a really good one, which is 100% accurate, so you don't have to gamble on the 80% accurate Hydro Pump. And with the power of Starmie's new ability, Sheer Force, you could boost all of these moves even further. So like you don't have the special defense drop from Psychic anymore, but that Psychic is 30% stronger, and you're just ripping their team apart. So with moves like Psychic, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Energy Ball, and most importantly Scald, I think Sheer Force Mega Starmie could just absolutely obliterate people's teams if you don't take care of it. But because I didn't really do much in the way of adding a lot of bulk, it'd probably still be balanced because it's pretty frail, and Starmie still has a lot of weaknesses for you to abuse, some of which are priority moves too, so like Thunderclap and Sucker Punch can still get it. So yeah, I think this is a pretty, like, it would be really, really strong, but it would still have some weaknesses, so it wouldn't be anything too insane. Alright, Mega Starmie concept number two. So, Starmie has this big bright gem here, and it gives off a bunch of light, which is the reason why Starmie has the ability to illuminate, which is completely useless. And I think we should give it something a little more worthy of how pretty this nice big gem is. So I'm going to give Starmie the ability Dazzling for Mega Starmie number two. Now, if you don't know what Dazzling does, it is a ability that basically protects your side of the field from any priority moves. So no Fake Out, no Sucker Punch, no Thunderclap, no Encore from Prankster Mons, no nothing. And this is really, really good for Starmie because Starmie is already pretty weak to moves like Sucker Punch, and it doesn't really like taking like a Prankster Thunder Wave because, again, it's pretty fast. Starmie's like a lot faster than it should be, so it doesn't want to lose that speed to a Thunder Wave. It doesn't want to get hit before it gets a chance to attack. And also, Starmie is a mon that doesn't really provide a lot of utility in terms of helping out its team, but with the ability Dazzling, you can just fire off your big attacks, which is what Starmie wants to do anyway, while also having a way to help your team, so you're providing more value than just your damage. For this one, I would kind of want to have Starmie's like stats be a little bit less crazy than the Sheer Force version. I think the speed increase is fine, so I think I would do something like a 20 HP, 10 defense, 10 special defense, and then like 25 speed, 35 special attack. So like you still make it a lot stronger, but it's not like, you're not turning it into like a just monster with 155 special attack. But yeah, also just minor thing, if you have Dazzling, Incineroar has to sit there and not be able to fake you out, so it either has to switch out or eat Hydro Pump or Scald or whatever. And yeah, I think that would, being good against Incineroar makes you pretty good generally. So that is the second version of Starmie. Alright, Mega Starmie form number three. Alright, look, here's the deal. Starmie's a starfish. I don't know if you guys know this, but starfish are not that fast. But they are really, really, really cool animals. And you know what starfish can do? They can grow back their limbs. If you have a tiny bit of a starfish, it can grow back the rest of the starfish. So Starmie should have had the ability regenerator from the beginning. I don't understand why it doesn't have the ability regenerator, because it's literally a starfish, and that's like their whole big thing that they can do, is that they get to regenerate their entire body. Is that not literally one of the coolest things you've ever heard? That an animal can just like, oh, whoops, oh no, my arm. And then the arm comes back and it like grew a different starfish. So now there's two starfish. Like the original starfish grew its arm back, and the other starfish arm turned into a different starfish. Is that not the most like insane thing? That sounds like a made up video game thing, but no, that's a real thing that starfish really do in real life. So anyway, for Starmie form number 3. I'm taking away Starmie's speed, and I'm throwing it into the bulk alongside the rest of it. So we're gonna give Starmie like, I don't know, like plus 60 HP, plus 45 defense, plus 25 special defense, or plus 45 special defense, and then like I don't know, give it like 10 attack or something. Just it needs to be bulky and not fast because this is a starfish, and starfish are really cool, and I wish Starmie was more of a starfish. So also, if we're gonna make Starmie super bulky, to give it the ability Regenerator, which, if you don't know what the ability Regenerator does, Regenerator makes it so that you heal 33% of your health every time you switch out. And so, yeah, so we're going to make Regenerator Mega Starmie because Starmie's a starfish, and starfish regenerate, so Regenerator Mega Starmie. Mega Starmie. Yeah. Okay. The only other issue with this is that Starmie's defensive typing sucks. It's really, really bad. It has 5 weaknesses, which is, like, tragic. So we're gonna switch it to Water Fairy for no reason in particular. No mon I can think of that's a Water Fairy type that's like super super bulky or anything like that. No, nothing like that. And then yeah, your playstyle at that point would probably be revolving around using moves like Scald, try to fish for Scald burns, and then Dazzling Gleam to like slowly whittle them down while they just struggle to get rid of Starmie because Mega Starmie with Regenerator and with its stats redistributed to its bulk would be just a monster of a defensive piece. And Starmie's a starfish. Starfish Regenerator Mega Starmie. Alright, well, these have been my takes on what I think Mega Starmie will be like in Legends ZA. Thank you for joining. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe and maybe leave a comment which one of the Starmie forms was your favorite. Do you have a better idea than one of mine? Hit the little bell thing, send it to one of your friends who likes Starmie. Write a letter to Game Freak asking them why Starmie has 115 base speed. And you know, whatever floats your boat. No, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.